Alright, so this is a new series of videos that I'm going to be starting throughout the year, and it is called Behind the Visor. Basically what it's going to be is throughout the year at biker cafes, shows, general meetups with other vloggers, or if I come across a random biker and I've got my camera with me and maybe the tripod as well, I don't know. I'm going to be asking people if they want to do an interview, any basic questions, and the idea is I want to get across to people that bikers aren't just a noisy, dirty, smelly person who cuts up through the traffic. It's trying to, you know, get across to somebody that there is someone behind the visor. Literally, there is someone, and it's a person, and we're not all bad. You know, we're not all criminals. So that's how it's going to be. I'm in two minds yet of whether it needs another channel, or whether to do it through my own channel. In a similar way to Smo has got a thing with his games and his other stuff. So I'm open to your suggestions. Would you feel that this is better on its own channel with that name, if I can get that, or do you think you just watch it if it's through this channel? So you know, if you want to be featured, get in touch on the address on screen now, and it's also in the description. And like I've just said, the idea is to get across to people that the people who ride bikes are as diverse as anybody else that does any other sport or anything. You know, we can include doctors, sportsmen, actors, anything. So it's going to start off with I'm going to do a self-interview. There are a couple that are ready to go, but I wanted to wait until I did my own so I could explain what it was. And yeah, like I say, if you want to be featured, get in touch with me, and we'll try and arrange something. I'm going to be at loads of meets, loads of cafes, loads of shows. Yeah, and we'll see how this goes. Hopefully it takes off. So I'm going to start the interview now. My name is Gav. I am 29 for a little bit longer, and I'm originally from Grantham, but now live in Nottingham. My bike is a Yamaha MT-09, as you can see, which is a 2016, and I absolutely love it. I've not had it very long. It's in all the videos. I know this is on my channel. It's in all the loads of videos. I absolutely adore this bike. When I left school, I served an apprenticeship, modern apprenticeship, in painting and decorating, and I'm qualified in that. And currently now I work as I think you can call it facilities management or site maintenance. So it involves some of that, but it involves a lot of other things to keep a site running day to day. Whether that's some blocking drains or, you know, general other trade work. Like I've just mentioned, I grew up in Grantham, which is the home or birthplace of Margaret Thatcher. Do with that what you will. Just nothing outstanding about childhood really. I did the regular things. I mean, you know, extracurricular activities. I wasn't really one for football. When I was a lot younger, I did karate, which I very nearly became a black belt in. I think I was literally that was the next grade, but then that stopped. I took up temping bowling. Did that for a while. and then at the same time, still during school, so I was like 13, 14, I took up rugby as well, and then actually joined a team which played on Sundays. I think it was under 15s, and then that became under 17s, which became under 19s. As we got older, the team just changed age group, and that's for Stephen Rugby, and that was great. We actually we went to Wales as well on like a mini tour. We got pummeled by the Welsh guys, who I'm sure were like 4 years older than us, but it was a really good laugh. Secondary school, my attention kind of was starting to waver a bit. So my exam results weren't as good as what they could have been. You know, everyone said I should have applied myself a lot more than I could have, and was a lot more capable than what I let on. So yeah, GCSE is not so great, which is why I went into a trade, and I'm kind of glad that I did, because it's kind of an old school way of thinking, but it's always something you can fall back on. And you know, a lot of people were saying to me, get a trade, do something manual, and decorating's kind of like the lowest end of the trades. It's kind of looked down on by all the other trades. No, it's the lowest earning as well, but I did a lot of like work experience with other trades, and that's the job I was offered, and it was the one I liked the most as well, so that's why I took that up. First memory of a motorcycle, my first, I do remember, yeah. My earliest memory of a motorcycle is my dad's RD 400. I think I may have mentioned this in a video a while back. I think it was the Me, Myself and I, or whatever it was. My earliest memory is my dad's RD 400, and I can't even remember how old I was. I'm sure he's going to tell me. Probably about 6. I just remember being sat on the back in the garden, and he was leaving for work, and I was, no helmet, nothing, no shoes, just in the garden, and he rode from the shed door to the back gate with me on it, and it was just, I don't know, it stuck in my mind. It wasn't like, we didn't go fast or anything. It was literally just walking the bike with me on it, but that's really stuck in my mind. I guess my claim to fame is probably YouTube. There's nothing really. I don't think I've ever been on TV. Apart from Ride to the Wall, 2015. I think we were like, me and my dad were just like in the corner or something on the news coverage. I was in Kerrang. I don't know if they still do it because I don't buy Kerrang anymore, but they would have like on the inside of the front page, they would have a picture from the barrier, like the front of the crowd, and it would say, "Is this you?" And they would circle a face, and they would like be doing a giveaway for a CD or some tickets or something. And if you were the person circled, then you'd won. And I was in that photo, but I didn't win. But you could see that was me there. And that was a bit of a shock to open up, like a national, like international magazine, really. And there was just my mug in there, all sweaty. I think it was a Deftones gig. The best bit. I don't even know I can single it down to one. Just the pleasure of riding, I think. Say if you get like on a fairly rural road, it's quite twisty, and other kind of planets align a bit. So you've got it's dry, it's not very windy, and the sun's out, and you just kind of flowing from corner to corner, you know, not really going for it, and just the feeling of everything coming together, and just the feeling of freedom you get, and it's just amazing. I wanted it for so long, and now I've got my license and everything, and now the other half's got a license. It's just brilliant, and especially now we can be out together as well. Okay, so recently it's now become fear of theft. I don't know what it was before. I think it was probably accident before, but that's happened now. So yeah, now because I own a new one as well, and because it is such a massive problem in this country, and I'm sure others, it's always in the back of my mind that there are places I won't go on my bike anymore and park because the theft has been so bad. In Nottingham last summer, there was probably more than one a day being stolen. So it's not just London. It's a real pandemic of a problem. And only speaking from my point of view, and well, a lot of things I've seen in Nottingham, the police here in this county really do not make an effort. I don't care if they're watching this. They don't. Considering that they actually make money from recovering a bike, which I've recently learned, you would think they'd make more of an effort. I know that the Met, they're trying to make people aware that they are doing stuff and they are actually chasing thieves, or who they think are thieves. But as far as Nottinghamshire police, nothing. There was one bike. There was a GS stolen last year, and they put like an appeal out through social media, which they do for a lot of missing people and stuff like that. I'm not comparing a stolen bike to a missing person, but there seems a lot less effort being made. And it turns out that GS was owned by a police officer, and you very rarely hear of bikes being found, people being arrested, and it just doesn't quite click for me in Nottingham. I don't know why. So yeah, it's something that's really prominent in my mind when I go out on my bike, or where I need to think, where am I going to leave it? How many locks am I going to take? And it's really putting it down on going out, because my trust of other bikers that I don't know is falling rapidly. You know, if I see someone coming the opposite way, I'll give them the nod. But if there's one in my mirrors, I am very cautious as to who they are and the amount of gear that they're wearing. And just, yeah, very suspicious now, where I never used to be, and that's quite sad, I think. I don't know. I guess I'm going to be a bit obvious here and just say phone users. I try and make it a bit entertaining now if I try and challenge someone. You know, sometimes I'll just give them the long stare. You know, I'll pull up alongside them, give them the stare. But it's such a problem. I mean, I'm lucky in that I don't have to commute on my bike. You know, it's not my only mode of transport, and I don't have to commute through a city, or I don't ride through a city very often at rush hour. Because when I have done that, it feels very scary. The amount of people that are just looking, and I hope this may go out before or after, I don't know. But March the 1st, the law is changing, or the punishments are changing for mobile phone use at the wheel. The penalty points are doubling. One, I hope that makes people stop doing it. Whether or not that will actually happen, I don't know, and I hope that it is enforced more, because I mean that's the key. It's people, especially bikers, moan about speed cameras being mobile speed cameras being revenue generators, but they could easily focus the attention on the people who use phones as well, and they would make the same amount of profit or revenue, fines, whatever you want to say. They could use it for the same purpose of road safety. I hope it's followed up. That's all I'm going to say. That's as far as I can go with that. And money no option, 3 dream bikes. Now, I've said 3 to make it quite easy. So you've literally got all the money in the world that you could wish for, and any bike ever in history or future, I guess, that you could wish for as well. So the first one is actually this MT. It is. I cannot get across how much it is well suited to me, and what I want from a bike, and it's just perfect. It's perfect for what I want and the performance that I want. And I absolutely love it, and that's the one I chose, and I'll probably keep that for a very, very long time. And the second one I'd have is a race bike, a purebred race bike, and I think it would be a Honda NSR 500 GP bike, one of the late ones, kind of like 99, 2000, 2001, whichever, because I've never ridden a proper two-stroke properly, plus they were the prototype bikes, the 500 GPs, they were quite deadly. So I think if I could own one of them and just use it on a track whenever I wanted, that would be quite a dream. And number 3, I think I'd have a dirt bike actually, a motocross bike, maybe like I don't know. I'd probably have a CR. I think is it 450, the 4-stroke. The only trouble is I haven't really got the legs for a motocross bike. So I think a CR 450, 4-stroke. Because I don't really ride off-road as it is. As I've said in an early video before, I rode like a C90 off-road, and bikes that weren't meant for that. So I think a proper one, so I can actually learn how to ride off-road properly and on a motocross track. I think then you've got one for every occasion then, or for every type of riding, be it off-road or on-road. So they're the 3. And so concludes the interview, or this episode of Behind the Visor. So like I've said at the top of the video, if you wanted to be featured, get in touch with me on the email address, or you can private message me on YouTube, but it's really hard to find and impossible to find on your phone. So you can do that, or there's the Facebook page as well, or Instagram or Twitter. For now, it's only got to be in the UK. I may see about when I go on holiday later this year if I could tie that in. If I meet someone randomly, I might stop them and say, hey, do you want to do this? But things I'm planning on going to are going to be, I'm planning on going to the MCN Festival, which is also May at Peterborough Showground. It used to be the BMF show. No doubt I'm going to be at Loomies this year for something. I plan on going to the Ace Calf at some point, and also the Peak District, Squires I've never been to, so I'm planning on going up there. So yeah, if you want to be featured, if you want to do the interview, or I might bump into you and I ask you, this is what it's for. It's, like I said at the start of the video, it's just to get across to everybody who especially aren't bikers that we could be the person that you're about to have a job interview with, or we could be about to serve you your coffee or your dinner, anything. Just, I want to make people see that we are relatable and that there is a person under the leathers and behind the visor. So thanks for watching, and I hope to hear from a lot of you. And please let me know about whether it should be on this channel, or do you think I should make another channel specifically for these videos. So yeah, that's it guys, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you again with somebody new very soon. Cheers.